Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup podcast, episode 196. I'm your host, Tommy, joined by John.
How's it going?
Good. You opened some old collector boosters.
I did. It was fun.
So we're going to talk about that.
I threatened that I'd do that. I threatened myself with a good time.
And then you did it. So we're going to talk about that. And John's diving fully into Warhammer Kill Team. And
it's not okay.
We're now going to be a Warhammer 40k podcast.
Nope.
But just Kill Team. And it'll be great moving forward. But for now, did we play anything this week? We just played Warhammer Kill Team. We didn't even play Magic, John.
Yeah, we did not. We did not. Well, so we did play a card game.
We did.
It wasn't Magic.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game.
It was really fun. It's a
ton of fun. We're making progress. There is a story.
There is a story.
We're over halfway there.
Stop reading the story. It got hard, and we got angry at it, but we got there.
Yeah, and then we flew through the next level.
Yeah, we did. That one just was tricking us up. I don't know why it was so difficult, but
it's because I wasn't Frodo. The game just decides that I should be Frodo.
Tommy has to be Frodo.
It's random. It's whoever gets the ring. Hero. Sam is the real hero of Lord of the Rings. But yeah, so that was fun. But I did really enjoy playing Kill Team as well.
Yeah, no, that was great. Was I the Ultramarines?
Yeah, you were Angels of Death.
That's it, Angels of Death. That's right. They're just blue because they're not painted yet.
They're Ultramarines. Right?
Yeah. Oh, Angels of Death are Ultramarines?
Yep.
Oh, I thought they were a different type. I thought they were like the vampire ones or something.
Ultramarines are also known as the Emperor's Angels of Death.
Yeah.
The more you know.
It's a little confusing because Kill Team has, like, if you played Warhammer, you know, like Tau and Tyranids and whatever, right? But the Kill Teams have different names than the races. Yeah, they're the name of the team. So that is a little confusing. Not terrible, but a little bit confusing.
Yes.
It's just one of those, like, an extra thing I have to remember when I'm looking up a product.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which I'm not good at remembering names to begin with. So it's just double the fun.
Yeah, it's not an easy product field to navigate. But it sounds like you're doing pretty good.
Seems okay. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just it's just a little bit of extra stuff to figure out.
Yeah.
I feel like Angels of Death are not Ultramarines.
Okay.
Where did you read that? Is it written somewhere?
It was in the starter hand guide that I read before that we were playing from last night.
Because Ultramarines are the blue ones, right?
Uh-huh.
And Angels of Death are the red ones.
Blood Angels are the red ones.
Oh, I'm mixing up. Okay, there we go. That's it. Yep. Okay. Angels of Death are
the term Angel of Death is not exclusive to the Ultramarines, though it is sometimes associated with them in gameplay and lore.
Got it. Well, and I was mixing up with Blood Angels. That's why I was totally.
Blood Angels are
They're different. Those are the vampire ones.
Yes,
because they're actually vampires. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got it. Cool.
That's who I played when I was in high school.
Yeah, they were good. They were definitely good back then.
Dunk everything in red paint, and you're done.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but they had really solid melee. Mm-hmm. Like, they had all the good gun stuff, but they also were really solid in melee. So you could take on basically any army with them. Whereas Ultramarines, I felt like focused on bigger guns, and then Space Wolves are almost exclusively melee. So you ended up having a bit of a weak spot, depending on which one you chose. The Angels, Blood Angels were kind of
they were the Goldilocks effect.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, it was fun. I kicked your butt.
You did.
You rolled a lot of ones.
I did. I got the dice that I could cheat with, and they're weighted, and I still lost.
He brought out his cheating dice, and he still rolled one somehow.
Yeah. I mean, so that's how it works.
Yeah. I think we definitely forgot some effects because I was thinking back after.
I wasn't rolling my defensive as much as I should have. Yeah, for sure.
Your what's it called for the chaos guys, where you get the extra thing.
If I take damage, I roll 1. And if I roll a 5 or a 6, which I was not rolling 5 or 6s, so I doubt the amount of times it actually would have come into effect.
True, but you didn't roll it most of the time. Like, it was only the one time.
But no, sometimes, but I purposely didn't roll it because I knew even if I blocked one, it can't. It would. My character would have still been dead. Like when you were
Oh, okay.
shooting at characters with 2 health, and
That's
you
fair. That's
did
fair.
8
I didn't even think
damage.
about that. I just
Like
remembered you
yeah,
only did it a few times, and I was like,
no,
oh man, we forgot that whole mechanic.
because it only really was affected the first time they were hit because they were usually killed the second or third time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. But it was fun. It was good. I
and you
liked
wiped a
it.
lot of models off the board, which
I
was with the other
was
thing that we forgot, which is that like, what is it? Counteract,
yeah.
which instead of or no, I don't think
I
we
think
did.
we were done by that point.
Yeah,
Like by the time you would have had counteracts to play, you were basically like, yeah, you win.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Because
true.
I think it was right after that was when the counteracts come in.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It was fun though. We definitely missed some rules. We were
Yeah,
learning.
I
It's
mean
fine.
that's we skipped ahead. So
And we played more rules than they recommended for a first game. Because
yes,
remember
yeah,
they said don't do any of the weapon effects, and we are just
and
like,
we were
nah,
like,
let's do it.
no, yeah,
We're gamers. We can figure it out.
yeah,
And we did.
yeah.
And then we went to a game store and I bought Necrons. Because Tommy is terrible at getting me into expensive hobbies that take up too much space in my house. So,
Yeah.
the cool thing is that I've spent a lot of time, like a year,
Uh-huh.
emptying my shelves of magic
Now you
boxes.
have so much
So
more room for activities.
I hate you so much, Tommy.
Get rid of one,
So
get
yeah,
another.
this morning I ordered a bunch of hobby stuff to help put together models.
Nice. What did you get? I'm curious.
I got the pad, the thing you carried it from the
Oh, yeah,
dining
yeah.
room into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
living room. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, that's brilliant. Have to have one
Yes.
of those.
Yes. The cutting pads.
I got the little snippers,
The clippers,
you
yep.
know?
Those are important.
Yeah. What else did I get?
Now always cut the flat end towards the model.
Say what?
There's 2 sides to the cutters. There's
Okay.
one that's divoted in, and then there's one that's flat. The flat
Okay.
side should always be facing the model.
Oh yeah, otherwise you'll get the little sprue will be bigger, right?
Mm-hmm. Or you'll cut into the model.
Oh, well, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then what else is it? Oh, a couple of different things. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, so I got the Kill Team data cards, which I guess might be updated, but I doubt it because they're brand new, right?
Yeah, they are pretty new. I doubt they've been updated.
The core book, 3rd edition, so hopefully that's the right one.
That is the right one.
And then I got 2 different glues. I got, I don't know, Mr. Hobby, Mr. Cement, something, and then this other one, Contacta Professional Glue. It has like a really detailed applicator, so I figure that's good for the little joints and shit.
Cool.
We'll see what happens. I'll probably end up being like, this is terrible, and throwing some stuff away and getting new stuff, or being like, I hate building models, and then just hand you a bunch of pieces and be like, good luck.
That's why I didn't buy anything, because I was like, I can see that there might be models heading my way for me to build in the near future.
Yeah. And then I bought the other models for the Necron team. Haven't figured out how to change what's in the team composition. I know it's a thing, but I haven't figured that part out. But when I was looking through the little stat sheet, the Chronomancer, not only does the model look really freaking cool, which is why I wanted to try to put one together. Because these things, for those of you out there that are uninitiated into Kill Team, they're like the most insane, well, at least the Necrons are the most insanely detailed models I've seen. Now, I have not touched modeling in a long time, so some people would be like, okay, Grandpa.
Chronomancer's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's detailed. There's a lot of little pieces. It reminds me of like the Gundam models, like the real serious models.
Yeah.
Like they are not messing around with the modeling at Games Workshop anymore.
No.
Like it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was like 3 or 4 pieces.
No.
Like for every model,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not true. The big boss ones were always really big, but they weren't this detailed.
No.
So it's a different level than I'm used to. So I'm intrigued. Now that's the part that actually got me in. That's what I was like, oh, this actually seems like a fun modeling thing.
It is.
And I have
modeling is almost as fun as painting.
Yeah, I've had more than one kit thing because they know I'm a nerd from my algorithms and stuff. And they're like, you're a nerd, you like mechanical things, like you might like this. And they sent me, have you seen the little robot that's like It's like a manta ray. It's just like a desk piece.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's a manta ray, but it's like clockwork manta ray. Have you
Oh,
seen this thing? It's
no.
crazy. Anyways, super expensive model. It's all metal cast pieces, and you put it together like a freaking clockwork genius, and then you turn it on. I guess there's a battery or something in the bottom, and it like flies on your desk. It's
Huh.
cool looking. But it's basically like you're a hobbyist and you have too much money. We're gonna
Oh,
advertise this
yeah.
stupid thing to you.
I'm a
Um,
hobbyist, but I don't have too much money.
well, and it's one of those things where they're like, yeah, you spend stupid money. So
Yeah.
you'll spend stupid money on this metal like model you put together, and I've been tempted like multiple times to buy it, and this will scratch that itch and be a lot less expensive. But it's still Warhammer, so it's still going to be an expensive.
Yeah, I mean
I
Warhammer's
say as I
yes,
spent
Warhammer's
like three
expensive.
hundred dollars in the last 24 hours on
Yeah,
this stupid.
yeah. Well, the good thing is that Necrons are hard to build but easy to paint.
That's good.
So
You're all over that.
yeah.
I will not be painting.
No, as in it'll be easy to turn them around and paint them.
Yep, all good. Glad you enjoy that part. Not me.
It's so satisfying. We'll have to figure out what kind of basing you want.
What does that mean?
Like, what do you want on your base to keep them all
Sand or
consistent?
whatever?
I can do the sand, the same thing I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like yours. Yours look good.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it's fun. It's cool. It's fast. We finished that in what, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
That was with
Well,
learning and like doing a
yeah, that's
setup,
what I mean. With
setup
looking
twice
everything up.
and
Yeah.
looking everything up. So yeah, we could easily get these down to like an hour,
And we
hour and a
played a
half.
tutorial, right?
Yeah.
Then we play like a mini
Mhm.
scenario first, and then
We
we
did.
played the full thing. Yeah, so we basically played Nicole 1.5 games in
Yeah.
3 hours. So that was and on a learning curve. That's fine. We'll get those. We'll be able to do campaigns if we get into it.
And there are campaigns.
I know.
Which
No,
is
I'm
super
actually pretty excited about that idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I used to play Mordheim. That's probably the last tabletop game I played with any seriousness, like tabletop war game,
cool. Yeah.
and I loved the campaigns. Like we had a blast doing the campaign. So that was the thing that made me intrigued enough to actually look at this. And then we played it, and I'm like, okay, this is fun and easy, and it's cheaper because you're not buying 200 models and you're willing to
Yes.
paint them for me. So we
Yes.
basically, you removed all my barriers, and now I spent $300 in 24 hours on a hobby that I
Yeah.
swore up and down I would never pick up again.
Welcome back.
That's how Tommy is.
Yeah, that's how it works. Now, to be fair, this is not the first time I've tempted you with this.
No, and it's your consistent pattern. You
Yeah.
have to ask me like 40 times,
Yeah.
and then eventually I get around to whatever the thing is.
You have to be at the right life moment.
Yeah, WoW was one of them.
Yeah.
You got me to play, and it was COVID was the right life moment.
Yeah.
Even Magic, I think. I can't remember. I don't think you worked on me too hard on that one.
I think Magic was a both of us kind of thing.
Yeah, because that was also a COVID.
Because you were going to stores before I was.
Yeah, but that happened after my mom passed. We were playing before that, though. That's why I went, because I was
Right.
like,
I think I started it, and then you went deeper, and then
I definitely went to Fab first.
Yeah,
because
and
I
you found
remember
Fab
that.
first.
Yeah, I was like, this is cool. And then I went to the stores and met that whole crew of people that we game with. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Kill Team seems like fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
It's nice and easy. If you ever played Warhammer, it's definitely an easy access Warhammer, which I like.
Yeah, and it kind of helps my. I get really just whenever I'm building armies, it's just so boring. After like, it's exciting for the first like 15 models, and then you're like, oh, I'm not a third of the way through.
Yeah, that's the part I'm like, fuck all this.
But if they were different colors, like this, I get to do different paint schemes every 10. So like I get it's still in that enjoyment time of doing something new and fresh.
Yeah.
And the models are different enough that it's not just like it feels like you're painting the same model over and over and over. Which is nice.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the curse. I wanted a real Tyranid army. I painted every Tyranid.
Yeah, and Tyranid, yeah, that's a lot of
so many little models that are just the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're detailed enough that you can't just be like blue. It's not like Ultramarines, right? It's not just like blue, splash some color, good enough. Like it's definitely not that. It is every single one has like the skin color, the tendon color, the
Yeah.
tongue, because
Requires
they
a
all
lot
had
of
their tongue
blending.
sticking out. Yeah, exactly. All the bone, because they all had some sort of bone on them, and the bone
Hmm.
is usually like 2 or 3 steps in itself, right?
Hmm.
Chitin, I guess it was called. So yeah, they were a nightmare to paint. I hated painting those. I hated painting after that. That's actually why I never, it was
That's
like I
fair.
will never paint again. And the other part is like I know what it takes to get back into it, like the amount of stuff you have to buy to start painting
And
properly.
yeah, and painting a horde army compared to painting an elite army are two very different things.
Very
That's
different
one of
things.
the reasons I picked Leagues of Votan. Was they're more of a middle ground between. They're not quite horde, but not elite. Um, but if I was looking back on it, I feel like I just should have done Custodes because it would have been the fewest amount of models.
Gotcha.
But, but yeah, you open some collector boxes.
I did. I did. Yeah, on the card. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, you're good.
It's a slight hobby distraction there. So what did I open? I know I wrote it down. I don't even remember. It was Zendikar Rising and Theros Beyond Death collector boxes, which, by the way, are both under $300 on TCG Player right now. So, I will say Theros Beyond Death was disappointing-ish.
Hmm.
I wouldn't put it as like my worst box opening. It's no Crimson Vow. Um, but it has a lot of the same features that I didn't like about it, which is the first and foremost, and this is just like they messed something up in these early ones and some of the later ones too. The correlation was terrible. So I got so many duplicates of the same card.
Oh,
I
that's
got
annoying.
like 3 or 4 of one type of mythic. And it's like, okay, yeah, one's foiled, but the other 3 are just the regular, or vice versa, like 3
Yeah.
foiled and 1 regular. Like it was, yeah, that sucks. Like that makes that experience bad. That said, everything else was actually pretty fun on that box. The big thing is those lands. Do you remember the Theros lands?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like just the magic symbol kind of floating in the stars. It's like really beautiful. It's like the classic all full art
Oh
land.
yeah, I have a bunch of them
Yeah,
in
everyone loves
my
them.
land tray.
Yeah, and then what's the other thing that they had that was pretty good? They have some good variants in there. This is early days of the showcase, if you
Oh, that's right.
recall.
Yeah.
Third showcase,
The
yeah, the
celestial.
starry guys, yeah, which were pretty nice. But again, they were repeated too often, so it ended up killing the joy of those special ones.
I feel
And
like they were
then
just very
ultimate.
samey. It was hard to tell which was which, or like for them to
Yeah,
stand out from each
I
other.
get what you're saying. Yeah, like the green ones all kind of look like the
Yeah.
green ones,
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like from across the table, someone's playing it. You're like, that is a card from Theros Beyond that is green and
That
rare.
is a green
Yeah.
card. Yeah. That's fair. So other than that complaint, like I said, the lands were good. The utility lands or mixed lands or whatever, I think there was something in there that's actually pretty nice. I don't actually remember what it was, but I remember being surprised. I was like, oh, I didn't know these were in here. And I was pretty happy with that. And then everything else is just kind of like, wasn't great, wasn't bad. My value pool was terrible. Like, so it's like less than $300 box, and I think rough estimate. I didn't actually add the lands in, which may have taken it over the top. Rough estimate was I got like 120 to 170 out of it, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So not great on the ROI, but it's a single box. You can
Sure.
never
No.
judge it on that. Like the next box could be a killer one that gives you $500 of value. I don't know if that's possible. Do not quote me on that. I'm just saying like some may be good. Mileage will vary.
Yeah.
And speaking of mileage varying, the next box, the mileage will vary from what I got because I pulled a $134 card. Um, so Zendikar Rising is an absolutely amazing experience only because I pulled this 135. No, it's not true. It's actually a really good box regardless of that. I was thoroughly thrilled with that box even before I opened that, and that was in, I believe, the last pack. So I think it was some last pack magic. If
Hmm.
it wasn't, it was the second to last. Um, Main reasons. First, 2 box toppers in there. So you get 12 packs plus 2 single card box toppers. And those single card box toppers have a chance, they're the expedition lands, if you recall, the special border,
Oh,
have
yeah.
a chance to be some very valuable cards because there are quite a few in that list. So that expedition land series is I don't know how many, call it like 30 cards, maybe 50 cards, whatever it is. A serious chunk of them are actually like $20 plus cards. So good chance of pulling, something nice on either of those box toppers.
Nice.
Great. That's a great way to start a box. Like that's, yes, you're giving me the surprise, you're giving me the value, you're making me feel like I'm getting something fun, right? Dig in deeper. The single,
Almost like a Lord of
the
the Rings set box.
yeah, that's, I think they did like copy this model
Yeah.
later a little bit. Like it's definitely a
Because
winner
the box topper had all those
model.
like really good lands
Yeah,
and
yeah, and that's, I will tell you, and this is consistent in the other ones I've talked about in the past. Any box that has fun lands
yeah.
wins. Like it
Yes.
tends to be good because even your worst pulls, you're like, yeah, but at least I got some
You're
really
gonna
cool
get some
lands.
lands that you will
Yeah, you're
put
like,
in
this is
some
pretty
decks.
cool.
It's not
Yeah,
like you open the
exactly.
box and you're like, there's not a single card that I can. Yeah.
Exactly. It saves it. It is a good baseline setter, and this one has it. So this one, I believe there was 3 lands total in a pack, which you would be like, oh, that's too much. Except they were cool full arts. I think it was 2 cool full art basic lands, and then one was an expedition land, which again has a chance of being a bomb of a card, like a $135 card. Um, I got what was it? I sent you the picture of it. What was that one that was really expensive? It
Ancient Tomb.
was, yeah, Ancient Tomb in the expedition in foil. And then I also got Luxury Suite, which, if you know, I think that's like if you have 2 or more opponents or something like that, it comes in untapped in the expedition format. So of course that could also be in foil, which would increase its value. That was like a $24 card in and of itself. So just those 2 cards was $150 on a box that goes for 300, like slightly less than 300.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's great. But again, mileage will vary. Obviously, you're not going to get that every time. That said, everything else in the box was also really fun. There was a ton of great mythics. The collation was great. I don't think I got a single duplicate in the whole box. There was just a bunch of different fun things. I forgot how good Zendikar Rising is.
It's a
A
fun
little
set.
bit, yeah, a little bit heavy on your commons compared to later boxes. They kind of up the mythic and rares. You know what I mean? I think this had a little bit more on commons, like commons and uncommons than some of these other boxes later on. But that said, it was not like hugely different. Like you still ended up with more mythics and rares than the commons. And it was cool. Like it was fun to open. There was good stuff in there. I'm trying to remember some of the really big hits. Actually, I might still have the list. Let me look that up real quick. But it was fun. There was a lot of good stuff in there. Definitely got more than my $300 worth. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this box sells. Actually, I have it pulled up here. Yeah, it's 280 right now. So you can definitely get a decent collector's box that's fun to open. Yeah. Oh no, that so I did get something in the Theros Beyond Death, the Nyx Bloom Ancient, which is a $40 card. That was pretty cool. That was one of the
Nice.
better pulls in that one. Let's see. What was Ancient Tomb? Oh yeah, the Bright Climb Pathway Borderless. You know those dual-sided cards? Dual-sided lands?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are
Those
yeah.
are great. And their utility lands were good too. Needle Leverage Pathway, you remember that one?
Hmm.
It's like a sorcerer on one side and land on the other. Those are fantastic cards. Like they're not super valuable, like they're like $5 or whatever, but they're so useful. So like I know so many decks where that comes up. Let me see what else was like a big hit in there. Yeah, the double-sided lands. That was the thing that made it. That was the extra land thing that happened. That was really great in there. I got Omnath, which is fine. Oh, the Volokut Awakening. It's a red land utility card. That was a $10 card. Grove of Burn Willows is a $10 expedition card. Yeah, there's just a lot of fun stuff. Oh, Glasspool Mimic is like a six. Oh, the Scoot Swarm in the showcase version. I love that personally. I love Scoot Swarm too. I use that in multiple decks. Terribly, I know. Everyone hates that card. So good. So good. Oh, and not the Seagate Stormcaller, the other Seagate one, the Seagate Restoration Extended Art, which is a $42 card. So it just had a lot of good hits. The lands are great. There's lots of generic, good mythics and stuff that are in it. I think it's just the value spread out nicely.
Yeah.
So, point being, that was a fantastic box for under $300. If you're looking for a collector box to open, hell, if you're looking for a collector box to speculate on, I
Yeah.
am a
I mean
little
that those things
shocked.
will hold. Yeah.
I am shocked that this one hasn't popped
Maybe
and
it's
other
just
things.
the quantity, the sheer quantity.
Could be that, or maybe it's just one of those things like it's far enough back, it's old enough that people are like, yeah, the old
Oh
ones
yeah, the new
sucked,
wave
which
doesn't remember what's
is
in that.
generically true.
Yeah.
The old ones generally did suck. They were bad, but Zendikar Rising was actually really good.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be a
glad
good
I opened it.
that'd be a good spec.
It probably is. I mean, if you get a case of this and just sit on the shelf, I could see it, popping over 300 pretty
Yeah.
easily. But not financial advice here.
No.
Just saying, I might buy some more and pop them open before they go over 300. Because guess what? 300 is kind of my line. I don't want to. I still have my Tarkir box that I bought to open. I never opened it
That's
because
fair.
it's been over 300 the whole time. So I never opened it. So Zendikar might be my next go-to since Mom is out of reach now.
Yeah.
Assuming it stays cheap. But
Unless
yeah,
you want
it
to
was
buy my
fun.
case of mom.
Well, you're going to give it to me for under 300 a
No,
box? I'll do
no,
it.
no.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not doing it. So what else is going on? Anything else in the world of cardboard?
Not that I
Lovely
know of.
cardboard squares.
The big news that I was focused on this week was Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers.
Oh, snap. And?
That includes DC Comics. So Disney has Marvel, Netflix has DC now,
Yep. And their Daredevil show did well, so
and
that's
now it's
DC, isn't it?
on Disney.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that one a Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Marvel world. I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
a DC world.
No, Daredevil, Jessica Jones. That's all.
I can't keep track.
Luke Cage. That's all. Defenders.
Mm.
I want a movie with Spider-Man, Daredevil, in that because that's. I don't like Spider-Man in Avengers. I like Spider-Man in Defenders. I like Spider-Man much more as like a street level superhero, not a universe-saving hero.
Why?
The stories are more fun.
Oh, just from a comic reader standpoint,
Yeah,
is that what you
I
mean?
just enjoyed
Got it.
those stories more.
You're like, I've read these, and these
Yeah,
ones are better than those ones. Got it.
yeah,
Got it. Got it.
yeah, yeah. So I think that seeing that on TV or in the movies would be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big shakeup. I'm really interested to see what they do. Like, does the Batman? Because there were also rumors that just came out that Scarlett Johansson's going to be in the sequel to the Batman. Probably as Poison Ivy
Okay.
is what I
I
could see.
saw I think it was Margot Robbie tweeted. I didn't see the tweet, so take it
Mm-hmm.
as like AI generated or whatever. I don't know. I just saw like a mention of it on Reddit. I think she tweeted uh Poison Ivy, like an image, like a comic image of Poison Ivy and Harlequin together. And she did Harlequin and a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of stuff, right? So I think people are really well. I think she is actively pushing for that to happen, that interaction to happen, which I think would be great because she does a good Harlequin.
Yeah, they were
Love her.
lovers. They are
Yeah, well,
lovers.
that's of course. Like, and come on, you're saying Scarlett
Scarlett
Johansson be
Johansson
Poison
and
Ivy
Margot Robbie.
and
Yeah,
Margot Robbie? Yeah,
that's
come
not
on.
going to sell
That's
tickets.
that's gonna go very well. It will go very, very well if they do that. So they should do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about
Basically
a
like the
rebooted
female
DC.
version of Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah, actually. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That would be a good movie.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just interested to see. I hope we get more DC TV shows like Marvel has been getting.
Yeah, someone's got to take it and be consistent, which Netflix does that well enough. I could trust them with it.
Yeah.
Don't they now own what was the other big WB thing that I saw that was related to it? Oh, I know. It was the Nemesis system, which is a
Oh
Lord of
yeah.
the Rings IP thing, but it's
Yeah.
not actually Lord of the Rings IP related. That's just a system that happened to be made under Warner Brothers.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking they own Lord of the Rings now, but no, they do not.
No, that's Amazon.
Yeah, I was to say it's not a Warner Brothers thing. They just borrowed that license at one point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, kind of cool, kind of neat.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Tommy, having not looked at the market at all, is Magic collapsing and all over? I think I saw a Rudy title that said that, so it's probably saying the opposite in the video because that's how he does it.
I'm going to say it's down because I got some ads. I think, yeah, I think it's down.
Black Friday ads or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you
Definitely.
the core index of all of Magic's value, which of course is the open Final Fantasy collector booster
Oh,
box,
right, right,
the empty
right.
one, is down to $13. That is the lowest we've seen this.
That's,
It's technically 10, but that's a Japanese one, so I'm not counting that one. The
yeah,
English one is $13 plus $2 shipping. That is a low. That's a
that
new
is,
low.
that is a new low.
I
Uh,
can't believe that's a thing. There are so many listings. It's ridiculous.
yeah. Uh,
I think the Pokemon people need to go back to Pokemon and leave my damn collector boxes alone.
they do.
Because
Uh,
listing boxes is not okay. Empty boxes. They're doing it on Bloomborough now. Ugh.
what? Oh, for the boxes?
Yeah, if the box is listed under the box, like under if you wanted to buy the actual collector's box, it's $20 or whatever. Because they're selling the box itself, the empty box. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Where's Spider-Man? I want to see where that's
Yeah.
doing.
I feel like Final Fantasy isn't even the threshold anymore.
Isn't the what?
Isn't the like gold standard. I think it's too soon. It's like it's just it was pushed too high and now it's coming back down to some normality. Like if I saw the Lord of the Rings special edition crashing, then I'd be worried, right?
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
Right. So I think the rare stuff is stable. I know that there was a big reprint wave, so you'll see cheap play boxes. Play boxes have could definitely come down to more reasonable
Looks like
levels, which is good.
Spider-Man has solidified around the 380 range, so it's still holding nicely.
Yeah.
For something that just came out that probably got more hype than it ever should have, like 380 is a fine collector box price.
Yes.
And I think this is the bottom for it, and it will go up from here, assuming economic collapse doesn't happen or whatever. But
Right. That's not the true value then.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
exactly. Outside market activity causing
Yeah.
a collapse in all prices.
Which means then you just take advantage and you buy then.
But yeah. Then I actually might buy Spider-Man. I don't know. Trying not to add more stuff to the shelf. I'm so close, Tommy.
Yep, I know.
So close.
Yeah.
I will say the shop made 5 figures this year. I did not in
Nice.
profit, pure profit. Yeah. I did not expect that. It was almost entirely Black Friday that did it.
Nice.
That's how little the shop has been making all year. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it turned out okay. I was pretty pleased with that. It was definitely low 5 figures, but I didn't expect to reach 5 figures in profit, so I'm like, okay, that's not bad.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, a little hobby shop. I feel like I could definitely make more money with less work doing something else.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Like shipping out boxes, you guys don't know. I wake
It
up
takes
early. I'm an
time.
early riser. I have a whole system. I go, I check my orders, I click into it, I grab the thing, the box, whatever. I tape a box up, I put it in there, I weigh it, I go to Pirate Thing, I move the thing over there, I print the label, I gotta tape it on and all this stuff. Like it's a little mechanical process, and I don't mind doing it because as I'm waking up in the morning, I kind of like this mindless stuff, and it's so rote now that I can essentially ship orders without being conscious.
Right.
So it's fine, but yeah, I could have made more money with less physical effort. I think I'm pretty sure during this
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
But my hobby was paid for. I have an incredibly good collection. I started putting stuff away after those last two collector boxes. Incredibly good collection of Magic cards to play with. I
Yes.
feel very good about the ability to build decks. And I would argue that I went from zero because I sold all my Magic cards some time ago, if you remember.
Hmm.
Um, Going from about zero to where I am now, I would argue I did that for free and made some money on it. So,
Yeah. I mean, that's huge.
yeah, if you're gonna have a hobby that pays you, it's not so bad. It's
No.
not so bad,
I
especially an
mean,
expensive hobby like Magic.
yeah, or like think about just like the golf is the one I use as an example. Like you put a bunch of money into clubs. Yes, you can sell your clubs, but not for brand new
The full
prices.
price, yeah.
And then you don't get back all the time you spend on the courses, which can get really
Sure.
expensive. Where with cards, you
Wow.
just show up to a friend's house and you play.
I see people are okay.
Hmm.
I thought Kamigawa collapsed, but someone's listing half a collector box in packs.
No, that's
Jesus.
the same thing.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. Lorwyn's coming.
Yeah,
Might buy that. It's
maybe.
probably worth. I'll buy it. I'll buy a collector's of that, assuming it's not $500 on release. But I feel
No.
like that hype is slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like elves.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Nice change of pace from Universes Beyond.
Yeah, that's sad. I hate that statement. I hate that statement so much. It's
Because
nice
next
to
year,
have some magic sets
yeah,
occasionally
yeah,
within the universes beyond sets. God, so true. Wonder if that is any part of our decline in interest in magic versus other
very
games.
well could be. Like Avatar, I have no interest in Avatar, so I just,
Skip
yeah,
in it. Yeah.
yeah.
And I've definitely slowed down because of the IPs. I've said that many times. I'm like, yeah, I don't want Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't
But I
want
did
that.
want Spider Man, and then we had the draft, but I was all into it, Spider Man, and then I built all the commander decks, so I was into it for during Spider Man time.
Yeah. But like I think the things I bought this year, Edge of Eternities, I bought a few things.
And that is a good Magic set, but it didn't feel like a Magic set.
What, Spider-Man?
Edge of Eternities.
Oh, I
To
liked it. I
me,
thought it
to me,
felt like
I
yeah, I
like,
thought
and
it felt good.
like I said, I liked it, but I didn't feel like a Magic set.
I will say the land like interaction stuff was a little crazy. Maybe they're trying to ramp up attention for Avatar because of the land interaction stuff that happens. But it
Maybe.
did feel like there was a lot of land stuff. Like they had a whole landfall theme, and then there was a lot of land destruction, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in that set, which is something that they've historically avoided doing too much of it, and that definitely got added. And I've seen people talking about different lists that's basically heavy land destruction. I think it's mostly in like Commander and stuff, but it's like that shouldn't be as prevalent as it is, and it is because they've done cards for it recently.
Yeah.
So curious how that plays out in the long term because it is typically seen as toxic to play land destruction in Commander at least.
Right.
Stacks and stacks and stacks. When is Lorwyn? Do you know?
Uh, January.
Okay, coming soon. Good.
Let's see.
End of January.
Yeah,
Yep.
end of January.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too far.
Yeah. The collector box is at 330. Oh, that's a bundle. Why is a bundle 330? Oh, it's a case of bundles. Got it. I was like, why is that so expensive? Yeah, 389 right now. That's too high. But it's already come down from whatever it started, 625. So that's a good sign. It didn't even start stupid. I mean, 625 is stupid, but it wasn't like $1,000 like Spider-Man was, right?
Right. Right.
And it's already down to 389 with a month left to pre-release, 2 months almost. Um, So yeah, that will probably hit a reasonable range. I may be buying some Lorwyn collector's boxes. I guess it
You.
depends on the previews, honestly. Like if there's stuff in there, I'm like, ooh, that's exciting. I wanted to build around that or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, didn't they show off the commander decks already though?
I didn't catch them if they did. Borderless reversible shocklands. That's something. Fable frame cards and borderless cards illustrated by classic Magic artists. See, that makes me, and it may include a serialized card. Yeah, I'll buy this. I'll buy this, assuming it hits around 300 price. I'm not buying it for 400.
Right.
No, I don't care about it that much. But I'll buy one to open. Hopefully, if the price comes down.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It'd
yeah,
be fun to open one.
yeah, I enjoy open. I enjoy my little lottery ticket.
Yeah.
It's really all just gambling a little bit for some cards.
Yeah. No, it's fun. And then you get some. I mean, you're gonna want some cards from the set, so I'm sure you'll find something you like.
Yeah, probably. Assuming they didn't underpower the hell out of it to keep.
True. Gotta make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles real
I
good.
know. What if that is the reality going forward? I
The
will be
magic
so
sets are
sad.
just butt, and then you just
Yeah, I
gotta.
would be so
Because
sad. Now
that
Tarkir defied
shredder,
that.
that shredder's
Tarkir
dumb.
defied that. Yeah, there's been a couple dumb cards. Like even that was a green one in
I don't know. Was Tarkir that
common.
powerful?
Yes, Tarkir was
Okay.
good. Tarkir did a good job. It was considered a great draft experience.
Yes.
It was, I wouldn't say it was like a powerhouse, but it worked really well with dragon decks, which are already a
Oh yeah,
powerhouse.
yeah.
So
Sure.
it added power to powerful things. That said, it wasn't like, I don't think it was powerful in a like a draft sense or whatever,
Right.
because it was kind of slow if I recall right.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully Lorwyn isn't butts.
Yeah.
This was the one that got delayed too. So what does that mean? They got extra time to cook it? Or was it all done and ready and they just pulled it for whatever reason?
I don't know. I think they probably. My guess is probably to work around contracts of like when things are played.
Could be. Could also be printers. Wasn't that post Final Fantasy? They needed printer time, remember, to reprint
Oh, yep,
because
yep,
demand was ridiculous. So they probably just bumped the print time on it, and it just that's the only reason. So it probably didn't have more time to be balanced or whatever.
yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. No. That's all I got. Anything more from you?
Nope. Got any economicals?
Not really. I'll throw a few stats out there. ADP came out with some unemployment. It was bad. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was like 54,000 jobs lost. And no, I'm misquoting it. Whatever. It was a lot of jobs in, I think it was October was the last one that we got, or maybe it was November. I can't remember. Whatever it was from ADP, totaling about 1.2 that they've tracked in lost jobs this year. So that's bad. We haven't had that since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did see gas prices dropped national average below $3. I'm not sure if that's correct. It's low. It's lower than it's been in some years. That said, I'm seeing that there's a surge in gas prices starting anyway, so I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Love that. But that's yeah, I think it was down. So I think it was a worth stating price decline because most things are going up. So,
Sure.
when you get good news like that, you should highlight that, yeah, it's not all terrible. Um, and then I guess Wall Street is putting a lot of bets on a rally in 2026. That said, I know a lot of the big money managers are in heavy cash positions. Now that's a 1-2 punch. You get in a heavy cash position,
Right.
you slowly sweep the money in, and then the market rallies and you make a lot of money, right? That's how the big players play. So I think that's possible in 2026. It could be late 2026. They're not going to lay out the entire game plan. They're going to work the media and the game plan so that they maximize their gain. So that could be like kind of a fall off in the beginning of the year. Everyone gets scared. That's when they sweep in
Mm-hmm.
and then rallies into the end. Not a surprising outcome if that's what happens. This is very common. Um, I know I'm positioned to take advantage of any price drops. That's kind of how I've set up. I've definitely taken advantage of the gain in gold. I had a good chunk of gold over the year and have reduced that down a little bit. Not too much. I still want exposure because there's still upside to it. My equities have been in a pretty good place pretty much the whole year, honestly, and that's still performing nicely. Um, and then and then I actually have bonds because I'm an old man. Did I tell you why I did the bond?
No, because you're old
So
man.
yeah, that's it. No, I did it because I have a big tax bill coming and I know it.
Oh, right. Yeah, you told me
Um,
about that.
yeah, so I just put it in an interest-bearing account so that it will basically pop out having gained some money during that time, but I'm sure I will have it because it's not in equities or something risky like crypto. So it was just kind of like a hedge against whatever happens so that I can make sure I can pay my taxes.
Fun.
Hey, it's not a bad strategy if you're saving up for a house or something,
No.
down payment on a house, just keep dumping it into like 6 month bonds
Oh,
or
yeah,
three
yeah.
months, depending on how close you are to the ability. Then you get something on it while keeping it stable, while keeping it there, and available. You can always pull out of a bond early. You'll pay a little fee.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it over, say, a 2 to 5 year period of saving for like a down payment for a house, like you will gain real money because you're putting real money into it. So you do get money out of it.
Right. No, that makes
Um,
sense.
so I think it's viable as a strategy for like a savings strategy because it's better than a savings account's like 1%. Even a high yield saving account is usually lower than bonds. So sometimes, like right now, it's worth it. Historically, last 20 years or so, we've been in a zero interest rate environment, right? So bonds were worthless.
Right.
But right now, because interest rates are still high, now if tomorrow the Fed comes out and says we're dumping rates, what I just said is no longer true. So keep that in mind because that is somewhat likely to happen sometime soon. I think that's still the goal of the administration, and they're replacing Powell, I believe, this month. I think it's this month. They already have talked about who is going to be the replacement, so that's coming. And when that happens, I don't know the guy. I have no idea if he's going to be like, yes, let's make it zero. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. But if he does, then yeah, what I just said doesn't work. So
Gotcha.
keep that in mind. Then high yield saving account might be worth it. Do your own diligence. But yeah, other than that, I do not have much on economical news. Kind of everyone's still in these wait and see kind of moments. Um, there was I do want to talk about this. We
Hmm.
didn't talk about Black Friday results because we weren't sure right last
Oh,
week.
yeah. Yeah.
So
It
we're gonna
was right
follow up
after.
to
Yeah.
this week. Yeah. So as I suspected, that headline number, I think it was 11.8 billion or something, spent, was a bit of nice to say it this way mentality when you dig into the data. So basically, just reset the story, and
Hmm.
we talked about this last week, I believe. But basically, Black Friday had an all-time high on money spent, $11.8 billion online. This is in the online category, which they could get the data for right away. Um, Bigger than ever. And everyone was like, yeah, this is crazy. Economy's good. It's not as bad as everyone thinks. Except when you dig into the data, it was for less stuff. So someone said it this way, which I thought was pretty funny. Everyone got tariffs for Christmas.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, because the prices are higher because of the tariffs, and thus you bought less stuff for more money. Yes, there was a record amount of money spent. But when you ask how much people took home, how many toys, how many whatevers, it was less stuff. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, the consumer is being impacted by this, and that is a very hardcore piece of evidence. They try to spin it off as a record number, but that is exactly the type of record you would see if inflation is causing problems for people, right? Because everything costs more. And the fact that there was less stuff, like less number of transactions, just shows you that it's bad and it's hitting people. I don't know if it's like incredibly terribly bad. I wouldn't say it was like this crazy off measure, but it said what you would expect is that people are spending more on the same stuff. Um, I don't know where that lands us, just because there was still a lot of expenditures, right? So business is still doing okay. People that work at those businesses are still doing okay. Not everyone's doing okay, obviously, because there was less stuff.
Right.
But it is like it's not a fall off a cliff moment. It's not a deadly stat. It's a yeah, not as good as it they were painting it stat, right? Kind of middle ground. Um, yeah, but that was a thing worth. Oh, there was one other stat around it that did come out recently. 1 billion of that 11 was used buy now pay later loans,
Oh, I did hear about that.
which if you know
Yeah.
anything about that, that's about 10%. We'll call it a little bit less than 10% of
Which
the
is
Black
wild.
Friday.
It's a
It's
loan.
not
Those are
nothing.
loans.
Those are terrible.
Yes. Those are high
Like
interest loans.
they are terrible unless you know how to read the fine print and you know how to pay it off immediately. Like immediately, because if you wait more than a month or two, you get charged ridiculous interest. Unless you're doing that and paying it off immediately, you are making a mistake using that. You should just use a credit card, which you should also pay off immediately.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. Read the fine print. Maybe I'm wrong in some cases where the interest rate is better than, like, maybe you have bad credit and your credit cards are like 80, 60%. I don't know what the hell it is when you have really bad credit. Maybe you can't get them. I don't know. Point in most cases, if you're using that, unless you're paying it off immediately, you're hurting yourself. Don't do it. And 1 billion, about 10% of Black Friday and that whole Cyber Monday, that whole period of shopping was spent with buy now, pay later. That is a bad sign. That is a people can't afford things sign. Um, or that's a sign of a very weakly financially educated, super young group. Because I have a feeling a not small chunk of that is that.
Could be.
'Cause I've heard Gen Z uses those a lot.
People, you can
I
use
just
buy now, pay later on DoorDash to order food.
Yeah, I just hope they understand what they're doing because it is very dangerous to get burdened by that debt. So yeah, just be really careful with that. I get it. You want to wait a month. I've used them before. I've used them before myself, but I've never paid a penny in interest on any single one ever
Right. Yeah.
because I make sure that I'm not going to pay a penny of interest on anything. Like I know, say it's 3 months, say it's 1 month, whatever it is, pay it off
Yeah.
before it hits interest rates. Um, yeah. Sometimes there's reasons. Most of the time there are not. So just be careful with those things. They're terrible. Anyways, that's the happy news for today.
And on that note, if the world's still spinning next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.